Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is another one of these talks, whatever you want to call them, a downloading of my internal dialogue or something. I don't know. I don't know. See what comes to mind. Enhancing your ability to dream. Embodying space. Automation leads to the loss of the individual's power process. Seek your creation, escape rational thought. I wouldn't say I've been like struggling in any form of creating, but I've been in a place of just like, I don't feel like I'm living day to day. Like, or I don't feel like I'm living in the content of each week or each month. I feel as if I'm living in a different perception of our time. I mean, it's not that I feel like mighty, like I am worthy. I'm the only one that's worthy. No, I just feel as if time is perceived differently, or I'm approaching it differently. And as I study like more cultures, I find that certain functioning, uh, I guess, third world countries, more remote jungle, countries with, away from modern technology, really. These sorts of countries, is certain participants of the culture, the village, the society, the town. They have roles that are very dependent upon their ability to focus on uh, kind of focus on creating and curating the process in which it is useful and properly extracted. Um, and their time is perceived differently because they're focused on uh, time as a period rather than like a sector or section of time that is like categorized and boxed and shelved like the days of the weeks are, I think. um, it, and I think we're moving into a way that time is perceived differently, which can be sort of catastrophic and destructive in the change it might need to it might need to go through. The time in which that change can occur can be very destructive, and it's not a smooth transition ever. And I think we're witnessing that now. I think in different ways in multiple sorts of mediums where you know I would almost like to suggest that like revolutions of all kinds sort of begin because of their perception of time itself. And any sort of revolution, I think, has to take place in the time, in the perceived time of timelessness, in my opinion. This sort of like ability to experience uh, the richness or the inner wealth of the present moment, in which you can directly kind of access this feeling of timelessness. Timelessness allows the individual to get lost in um, the formless form of reality, the formless formation of going beyond what I would call like the Big Bang. You know, people think that the universe began in the sudden Big Bang, like and it just occurred. I would, I think it's weird to suggest and hard to perceive that there always was and there always is. There always has been. And you can't necessarily perceive that with our rational sort of framework of understanding of our current westernized society, I guess. Hmm. I don't even want this to be long. I just want to go back to doing what I'm doing. I hope you all have a great time. Peace and love. JK, death and chaos. Carry on.